Netflix does so many of the same romantic comedy films over and over again that I should praise them for trying something even vaguely different, and yet...
She might also be a woman. It's her life. What good am I if I can't convince my granddaughter to let BuzzFeed's hunkiest brunette come for Christmas? You want it more than me. I do.
I just think there's something going on with Nicole Kidman. Like, she keeps taking all these roles where she's either in an unhappy marriage or getting with a much younger guy or doing both at the same time. Is she okay? Like, yeah, anyway. So she gets with Zac Efron in this one, and they, I guess, just bond over how much people make fun of their faces. And Joey King cries about it. You know why? Because it is weird. A Family Affair is about a weird-ass romance, and you can tell it's weird because the film is called A Family Affair, and the tagline is a motherfucker of a story. What? Zac Efron is a famous douche, and he plays that really well. Nicole Kidman is a pretentious older writer, and she plays that really well. And Joey King is a young assistant of Zac Efron and the daughter of Nicole Kidman, and then they get together. Like, first off... because it is weird, okay? I don't care what anyone says. It's kind of nuts, and everyone spends the entire film trying to convince Joey King that it's not that weird and she should just get over it. And I'm like, man, she's been working for this guy who is a pretentious douchebag. At no point does the film really step away and say, oh, he's not actually... No, he is a pretentious douchebag. And for years, she's been working for him, and he's kept her in grunt-level servitude after promising to train her up to run his company. I mean, she should have known better than that. A guy in Hollywood tells you he's going to let you run his company. Come on. But... she has been coming home because she still lives with her mother, complaining about this man as her boss, complaining about how awful he is being to her and how all of the shit he's doing is awful. For years. And yet this woman meets this man for the first time and goes, like, come on! My problem is this film should be a wacky comedy. The scene where Joey King, discovers them having sex and tries to vomit, screams, and then, tries to run away and knocks herself out. That is genuinely hilarious. That was great. Her relationship with Zac Efron is pretty funny. Her relationship with Kathy Bates is wonderful. As her grandmother, I loved that. I would watch a film about the two of them doing a heist together. Absolutely. Which is a very real possibility because they are both seemingly locked into the kind of Netflix contracts that even death can't save you from. Yeah, but the problem is her relationship with Nicole Kidman, not good. Zac Efron's relationship with Nicole Kidman, not good. Because her, I don't know if it's Nicole Kidman, I haven't seen her that often actually be that funny in films. I think she's just a very serious actor, and that's not a problem unless you're in a rom-com. Because she just, as a character, sucks all of the joy and comedy out of every single scene that she's in, and it becomes a romantic melodrama type thing. Which I'm just not interested in watching. That's the problem. This film doesn't even know who it wants the main character to be, because it is Joey King, but she's not part of the romance, and then every romance scene is just... it's like, so that's what's happening in the film, and Joey King's just kind of off on her own side thing. So the film's not really about her, but she is the main character, and it's just a mess. I can't like Joey King's character that much, because they're making her purposely be a little, irrational and awful just so that they can have third act drama. I can't like Nicole Kidman's character that much because she's just not interesting. She's not someone I can get behind at all in any way, shape, or form. And I don't like Zac Efron's character that much because he is a pretentious boss and a douchebag. So who am I meant to root for here? Who are we meant to be seeing this from the perspective of? Because we're not meant to find the romance weird by the end, but we're also... I don't know what the point is. I don't know what the theme the film is trying to focus on is. Is it family? Is it romance? Is it... I have no idea. And this is the shell of a much better film than your average Netflix rom-com. But by the time I finish watching it, I'm just kind of going, oh, it's not really much above the level. Honestly, I would still call this a little bit better than the tidal wave of the same kind of romantic film that Netflix releases every year. But it's frustrating because I did identify most with Joey King and her character in this situation, which is a weird situation, and you should be upset about it and find it weird. And yet everybody else, every other character was just telling her to shut up and move on and deal with it, basically, which is just awful. She was still working for this guy, and yet he was coming around for Christmas at her house. Ugh. I didn't hate this, but it's not good. I thought it was probably done better in terms of the actual romance when Anne Hathaway did it, and that one wasn't even pretending to be a comedy, at least. That came out yeah. They just copied them. Yeah, anyway. I just don't know if there was even a really good film in here because I don't know what the original intention was for it to be. You could just basically get rid of Joey King's character, but then it's just a cheap melodrama with overqualified actors. Yeah, I don't know what they should have done with this. Maybe they just shouldn't have made it at all, but it is still kind of better than a large chunk of Netflix films. That sounds weird to say, but it is just an indictment of Netflix in general, I think. I'm giving There Is No Grosser Name Than a Family Affair that literally sounds like porn 2.5 stars. Nicole Kidman manages to star in just a wealth of pretty bad movies, yeah. Like, she's starred in some good ones, but they are massively outwheeled on the scales of justice by the amount of crap she has starred in. Subscribe for more sadness.